Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's time.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Wrestling with Toxicity. I am your host, Super Vince Hoover, joined as always by Super Bro, aka the Booker Jason Hoover, and we are live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and on TikTok, where you can actually watch the NXT live there. If you are on Twitch, please follow the channel, subscribe if you're feeling generous, just $5 a month, or use your Amazon Prime subscription. Make Jeffrey Bezos pay for it, stick it to the billionaires. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live. And if you're on Facebook, hit that share button, hit the thumbs up button. If you are on TikTok, make sure to follow. And if you're looking to help the channel out, gifts are always appreciated. We love you guys for that so much. Or you can spend $2.99 and subscribe to the channel, get extra emotes and other things. And more is coming. So
2024.
Chocolate, what's up?
To NXT.
It's New Year's Eve.
The glue of the D'Angelo family. Adriana, Rizzo.
How you doing?
Hey.
it is crazy that Adriana has been on TV now for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they're just now introducing her.
Yeah.
And we're kicking things off with two women with one.
Also, don't
goal.
forget, guys, if you'd like to join our Discord, especially if you're into the Geeky Kitchen stuff, all recipes will be on the Geeky Kitchen, released the same day as the episodes. Maybe, I might even do them like a day before.
I would do it a
Make sure you
couple
join
days
there.
before. That way, yeah, that way people can go shopping, get the stuff.
Yeah, but because it's on YouTube now, it's not live. They're not cooking with me. They can watch it, see what
Oh,
they
I
want to
see.
do. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it. Also, we have merch available. You guys know, many of you in the chat, we've made a lot of merch right here in the moment. So make sure you check that out.
Joaquin Wild got launched.
It's New Year's Eve.
Stratton Henley.
Also,
big
something I want to throw
stakes.
to you guys a little bit later on, maybe first or second commercial break. I have a question I want to ask the chat because it's going to involve.
Marilyn Henley has herself a new ranch hand. Who's going to earn themselves a guaranteed championship contract?
Better about micro wrestling, especially on Discovery Channel.
The men's.
Yeah, that looked a little weird, but in an interesting kind of way. JB Thuggin, how's it going? Making Cocoa cookies right now. I'm subbing Nested for Cocoa. Good, that'll work. That will work.
That'll work. That will work.
My Five Nights at Freddy's cookbook came in today, and I know I said I was going to work through the entire Elder Scrolls cookbook. I'm going to have to do that in parts, because this Five Nights at Freddy's cookbook is fucking phenomenal.
Really?
I was expecting it to be a thin cookbook with a bunch of like pizza recipes and maybe a couple sides. No.
Right.
One, it does have pizza. It has a pizza dough recipe, a pizza sauce recipe, and then a bunch of different pizzas. But then it's got a burger patty recipe, and then a bunch of different burgers and meatballs and stuff like that. It's got chicken recipes. It's got pork recipes. It's got vegetarian recipes. It's got desserts, drinks. That book is phenomenal. I'm like, holy crap, it's so good. So I'll probably jump into that probably next month. I'm probably gonna for February. I'll probably jump into that book for a bit. What's up, Pat? Bello is slowly turning heel. It's happening. We're seeing it. They've gotten very subtle with these, and I'm really enjoying it.
Nikita Lyons was arriving to the arena and was blindsided by Blair Davenport.
Yeah, but you kind of saw it coming.
Here tonight.
Yeah.
And everything. Oh, look up, look up, look up.
Well, they stopped long enough to change clothes.
I was gonna say, yeah, they stopped long enough for Nikita to change clothes. I think Blair was already in her thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that GG versus Flora match. Yeah, that should be good.
Ready for this one.
Listen to the NXT universe. The official just Booker, the official.
I wish this would have been turned into a street fight.
To later tonight.
Yeah, they might be building toward Vengeance Day, something like that.
Well, these two picking up with
That'd
the
be nice.
brutality that
I'm
Cody
telling you, man, the
and
NXT parking lot is the most dangerous place on the planet, man.
Of Nikita Lyons, and you can't blame Lyons for her actions last week. You can't even blame him for the actions tonight, or even the look in her eyes right now.
Big. Let me tell you something. Whoa, big shot. It's one thing, getting injured and, sitting on the shelf, but when you get took out of the game, it was a hit. That was a hit by Blair Davenport, and I'm sure Nikita Lyons wants some payback, man.
Look at that double but that connect,
that's it.
she got all of it, covering a near fall early on.
I almost would have been okay with a real quick match, like her like just beating her ass.
Yeah.
And Blair after the pin, like keeping the fight going, and then that leads to something that ends Day.
Yeah.
I feel regardless of the opponent, if Roman's last match was literally an I Quit. There have been some talk of Cody and him having an I Quit match at WrestleMania, and I am actually really cool with that because it kind of works twofold.
Mm-hmm.
It's an I Quit in the match, but also kind of an I Quit as in I'm retiring. It can work twofold. Blair Davenport attacked Nikita in the parking lot again, but that led to a brawl into the ring, which has now led to this match.
Off the top. Right to the back of that knee buckled of Nikita Lyons. And Davenport now right back in. And Davenport has Lyons on the back foot. And think about this. These two showed up tonight, specifically Lyons, getting ready for this matchup. They go in the parking lot. She's attacked. She's jumped again by Blair Davenport.
Brian Pearson, how are we doing tonight? Over in the YouTube chat.
Ready for the matchup. They go through.
Rocky, how's it going? You're never late. You're right on time. Ryan, how's it going?
No love lost with one another.
Yes, I saw Tony's meltdown on Twitter. That dude, somebody just take his phone away.
We talk about those deep waters. We talk about those late rounds. How she's gonna do with that knee. Come on, Vic.
He's doing more to.
He's got Trump fingers at this point. He needs to stop.
He really does. I mean, he's doing more to hype Ginger up than anybody else is.
Yeah, he's the one keeping Ginger's name in everybody's mouth. JB Thuggin, how's it going? Who do you think will win this match? I don't know if there will be a winner. I kind of have a feeling it's going to kind of like be a no contest. Double DQ kind of thing. Austin, how's it going?
Austin, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Ginger just got 10x over just because of this. It's so wild. Thanks, honey. I know, right? Like, what are you doing? And like, he's arguing, and not only is he arguing, he's arguing with the social media intern for WWE on Fox or USA Network. Not even directly affiliated with WWE. And this is who he's fighting with. I'm telling you what, I want AEW to succeed so bad. Tony has to step away. Only way for AEW to grow beyond where it's at right now is for Tony Khan to walk away.
Honestly, I would like to see Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, whichever way you want to say it, take over after he's basically retired from the ring, you know. Because this is his last year.
Imagine putting another company's guy over working half his roster. I know, yeah. Tone, what you missed was Blair jumped Nikita Lyons in the parking lot again. That led to a brawl out to the ring, and this match started.
Like they were saying on commentary, this match was supposed to happen later in the show.
Actually, I would love for Shane to buy it and ruin it and have a family feud, literally. Yeah, well, yeah. But I don't want AEW to be ruined. I really don't. I want it to be successful. Because competition brings success. And if AEW is successful, that's better for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
One, it gives solid jobs to people who deserve them. Because if AEW goes under, so many people will not get to wrestle anywhere but the indies. And they're not going to get the pay that they deserve. Because indie promoters are not going to be able to afford everybody at the rate that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Either people won't work, or they're just going to have to take major pay cuts, and it's hard to live that life, especially when you put your body on the line over and over and over again.
Not just an e-brace. That's a bullseye with a laser sight on it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Blair Davenport get one shot in it,
Rocky, you're absolutely correct. You know, before AEW TNA was it, basically. I mean, yeah, there's All Japan or New Japan or something like that, and there was NWA, but NWA, first and foremost, was never going to be able to pay people the amount that either one of those companies could.
By the way, Riccardo, those cookies look really, really good.
And Davenport now sizing up Lyons with another knee strike under the jaw into the cover.
Wow, I did not expect a clean win from Blair Davenport here. I mean, they are kind of pushing her. I mean, she lost, but they are kind of pushing her against, you know, the back up in the main roster or the main event. Picture, not main roster, main event picture, but still did not expect her to just.
I
I did not expect it.
Going low to the bullseye on the body.
More variety means more opportunities. Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And then that knockout blow from Blair Davenport. And I did say she silenced the roar, but maybe for just now. As Blair begins the night with a win, our tag teams begin their journey towards greatness.
NXT, the Ellis Island of sports entertainment, where fresh new talent grows into superstars, where familiar faces go for a shot in the arm. Tonight, this cutting-edge brand turns the page to a familiar chapter. A tag team tournament rich in tradition, prestige, and honor. The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Yes, he doesn't want a match in a year.
The art of tag team wrestling is about to take center stage, culminating in
guy's actually really good on the mic. I don't like the cheat.
8 teams are about to embark on a journey, but only one
And the thing is, WWE trusts him. They wouldn't put him in this position if they didn't trust him.
Of having their names engraved on the Dusty Cup forever.
Yeah, so that's the big thing, Johnny, is that there's always a question, why is there tribalism with fan bases? When it comes to wrestling, like the boys in the locker room,
be remembered forever in the annals of time.
They don't understand the tribalism either. But you're right, Tony Khan is not helping at all. He is breeding and watering this tribalism to grow. When he should be not even acknowledging WWE at all.
Gallus preparing for, well, the unknown. Braun Breaker and Corbin.
Jay and Cody would win the Dusty Classic. To be honest, I'm okay with it being. It's got to be an NXT team. The whole point of the Dusty Classic is that, you know, it's your up and coming tag teams are in it. It's also a way to put together new tag teams. They did that with the Bruiser Bros with Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, and you know, DIY kind of came together because of the Dusty Classic. Now you've got Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, and you got Axiom and Nathan Frazier. So we'll see. Yeah, Jay and Cody winning that, I just don't think would be good. Plus, Cody has made it clear that yes, he's willing to come down and do a couple appearances, maybe doing some narration like he just did. He doesn't want to be in NXT. That is something his dad built, and he doesn't want to be thrown down there because of his name. He wants the people that are earning it to be there.
I think Cody goes down to NXT when he becomes a coach, and is done wrestling or cannot wrestle.
Well, he said he probably would never do that. But you never know. Like he also said he'd never go back to WWE, and look where he is now. So
yeah.
Also, what's all the hate on LA Knight? Seeing people hate on him on X. X is the worst place to look for anything. If you want to know what the right opinion is, go look at Twitter, and then whatever the opposite of what you're seeing trending. Twitter has just become the place for just incels and assholes and trolls.
It is the most toxic place on the internet.
It's the only place on social media where you can get verified instantly because you can just pay your monthly fee of $11 or whatever it is. So people see it as this place, and it's always been a dredge hole, and it's just gotten far worse.
Like a lot of the people I follow and stuff like that on like YouTube and stuff like, they're like, you know, we're done with we're deleting the app off our phones, never going back to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm right there with them. I'm like, if I can help it, I don't go to Twitter.
The only reason I still have Twitter on my phone is because I was going to use it for marketing. I've now stopped doing that, but because of like tweets from Sean Ross Sapp or something, or something from Marvel. Prizes in the Rumble. Yeah, before I get to that, Landon made a comment. Yeah, true, but I feel like Cody deserves it because it's his dad. Just my thought. I think it's actually a terrible reason to give it to somebody because of namesake, and the internet would eat that alive.
Yeah.
Like, the IWC would completely eviscerate that. Oh, he just got it because of his name, and that is something that Cody doesn't want to tarnish his father's name with something like that. And he's also not a tag team guy. He really isn't. And so he doesn't want to tarnish the tag team classic by getting thrown into a tag team and going down there and winning it. And that, in turn, muddies his father's name. worry about his own company and mind his own business. Yes, Tony Khan needs to. Like I said, somebody needs to take away his phone. It's insane. Absolutely insane. As far as the surprises for the Rumble, there's one rumored surprise out there. Well, there's a couple. Like one of them is Naomi coming back. Another one is Sean Waltman, aka X-Pac. Which apparently that guy can still go, and I'm like, yay, please, yes, I would love Sean Waltman to come back. I have a feeling that Andrade might be back at the Rumble. I can only hope that our boy Mr. Kennedy gets that call. A rumor just went out today, but it's the rumor that goes out every single year, and I think he fosters it himself, Chris Masters.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Trick, I got some good news for us, bro. Look, bro, I don't even know if I want
to. Look, if MJF shows up, that'd be amazing.
Totally different.
I don't think he's.
No, he's already re-signed with AEW. That whole I didn't sign yet.
We can't put out a tweet talking about we got a former NXT.
Yeah, Sean Spears could show up. I don't know if he'll come back as Ty Dillinger or as Sean Spears. I don't think Sasha Banks is doing it. But AJ Lee's another one. Fats, I do think will come in.
But I want you to understand something.
Liv Morgan's another one.
You asked for my help, so it's my responsibility to make sure that you succeed. So let me highlight you about something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel where you're coming from. I did get the dub.
I did.
What you got for me?
All right. We don't know how long Alien's gonna be out, right?
Nah, I have no idea. All I know is I'm gonna be ready.
Yes, you will. So while we wait, I figured I'd pull some strings. And I got your boys the last spot in the Dusty Cup Classic. Let's talk about it. I don't miss.
I don't know, bro. I think I need to stay locked in for this match with Ilya.
Okay. But this is gonna keep you locked in. That way we stay focused and we stay prepared, man.
I don't know, bro.
Good news. I do know. And I know that we're gonna take this whole thing. Yeah. We're gonna win the Dusty Cup. We're gonna win them tag team championships. And
AJ just sent me something interesting. Remind me on the commercial break to talk about it.
Two-title trick. Because that's all it is.
Two-title trick, huh?
That's right.
And that's all it's gonna be.
This one for the people.
Yeah, and the same person who said she's done for good is currently training in a ring with her husband. And not training to help him train. The video was a cut down of a long session, but it was like a 5-minute video. She was the only one training. He was just there taking moves. He was the one running the ropes. She was the one doing all the spots. Yeah. Alex Hammerstone would be a great asset for WWE. He's so good in the ring. Yeah, I agree. I love Hammerstone. I think it's fair to compare Tony Khan to Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff does it, and he compares it to when he let WCW fail.
First round matches, of course, as we learned,
he's like he's using the WCW playbook from 99-2000 and not successful times from 96, 97, 98.
We just found out Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, it is official. They have entered, but that is the field. Those are the teams, and one of these teams will host and have their name etched into the prestigious Dusty Cup.
Now, see, I can see Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes losing first round, but I could also see him going through it and then Carmelo screwing it. See how it goes. Kind of like what Roderick Strong did to Pete Dunne. Imagine Trick and Miller versus Roderick. I can see that, but at the same time, I would be like, I feel bad for the actual tag team they're facing first round. Like, an actual tag team that needs exposure. I think we will get the Wise Men in the Hall of Fame this year. I think so. I think this is the place to do it. It's in Philly. He's got 50 years in the industry. He deserves it.
Look, I hate to ask the obvious,
Hold up there, wait a minute. Here we go. Before you say anything, please, let me get it out there. This that man. Oh, yes. No bread, no water.
I think Tony Khan's mistake is pushing next. I actually don't think that's his mistake. I think his mistake is that he is not a booker. He is a glorified toddler in a basement with action figures putting together dream matches instead of worrying about booking storylines. I don't care if it's all ex-WWE guys. You can use those guys to book proper stories that will eventually boost the entire roster. And it's really, I know somebody did the math about it. It's like 25% of the roster are ex-WWE people. That's not a lot out of 200 plus people. So, but man,
I was going to ask you if you thought it was going to be difficult for them to get on the same
Viking,
page
Braun, and
with
Baron as
everything
a
that's
tag
gone on
team.
in their
Wolf
past.
Breakers. That's my name for them. I like that. Wolf Breakers. I like that.
I like that. I can get behind that.
One common cause, and that's winning this Dusty Cup, solidifying themselves as the best
Yes,
tag team in
JR.
NXT.
That was what
Baron
Corbin has said he's
Booker
got
said.
unfinished
Booker T
business
said.
in NXT. If you go back
No
to
bread,
the
no
first
water,
ever Dusty
just
Rhodes
meat.
Tag Team Classic, it was established in August of 2015. Baron Corbin was actually in the finals of the original tournament.
I don't mean
with
to toot
another
my own
superstar
horn
who had perfected
when
the
it
spear.
comes to,
And now,
to
at
anything.
that point, he was being shown the
What?
ropes. Now he thinks he's leading the charge.
Let
with
me
Braun
book
Breaker. How
AEW for
times
6
have
months.
changed.
I don't think Braun Breaker thinks that. I think Braun
And it would be
Breaker
1,000
is
times better.
the
God.
captain of this group, and I do think they could be a formidable team.
It would be 1,000 times better than what
The
Tony
same
Khan's
page,
putting on right now.
There was
It would
tag,
consistently
the
be
first
right.
one between these two, and we will find
But the
out.
thing
You
is,
talk
I
about
think
being
that
on the
most of the
same
people in this
page.
chat
It
at this
seems
point could
early
do that
on,
too.
they
I'm not
certainly
saying that
are.
I'm
What
any
will
better
the
than anybody else.
formula
But as
have
much
to
as
be
we've talked
for
about it,
Braun and Baron to be
it's an
successful?
easy fix.
Like I say, Jake, they got to be able to go out there and try to.
And the thing is,
figure
Tony
out
has
how
the
we
people
can,
there
get on the
to
same
do it.
page. Try to
But Tony
find
is
some continuity.
he is
try
a
to figure out what it's going to take to become.
he's not even a made billionaire. He's a billionaire by birth.
Quick kick out by Corbin. You know, what must
And he was
Dallas
raised under that,
be thinking right
you
now?
know,
I mean,
everything
they're
handed to
taking a
me,
look
golden spoon
at
mentality.
Braun Breaker, a former
And he thinks
multi-time NXT
he
champion,
thinks he's
and Baron
untouchable.
Corbin, someone who's
And he
competed
thinks
at
that
WrestleMania,
he
Money
is,
in the Bank, United States titles,
you
the
know,
list
super
goes on.
smart, and
They're
that's
not
why he's a
facing
billionaire. No, you're a billionaire because your father's a billionaire.
But you got to think about the Gallus boys. These guys been together for quite some time, more than
I heard
5
that
years
Breaker and Jade are no
together
longer
as a
dating.
tag
There
team.
is a rumor
That's
about that.
gone through
Apparently, they
trials
scrubbed
and
their
tribulations,
social medias
as
of each
well
other,
as former tag
which is
team
weird because I
champions.
literally just saw 2 weeks ago they were
And
posting
the
Christmas
New Day
pictures together.
clean out of
Yeah.
NXT.
So I don't know what happened there. So maybe
Nasty landing for Corbin.
maybe they just wanted to be off social media. Like
Could be.
they
Could be
want to
that
like
simple.
keep their relationship off social media and focus solely on their characters. Because Cora seems to be focusing more on her character.
It's sad seeing Taylor Bate get no reaction on SmackDown after 7 years in NXT. After all the hard work, he gets that reaction. I blame the crowd for that one. I don't blame.
I don't know. I went back and watched.
That's why no one
Okay.
He got a decent reaction, but the commentators were talking over it. But the crowd actually, it wasn't like a huge pop. It wasn't like your Randy Orton return pops or CM Punk pop by any stretch. But they weren't quiet. And not everybody in the crowd knew him, but a lot of the crowd did. And they were pretty hot for him. It's just that unfortunately during as he was coming out, they were hyping him up on the commentary so loudly that it kind of drowned out the it wasn't a huge pop, but it wasn't quiet either. Want AEW to do well, that forces WWE to do better. Exactly. Competition breeds success.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they never acknowledge AEW's existence, it will force them to be better. I could also see Sheamus being a surprise entry in the Rumble. I think that's what they're holding him off for. I thought he's going to pop in with Pete Dunne, a.k.a. Butch. But I was glad it was Tyler Bates, and I'm glad that he is permanently on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Is there a rule in wrestling where you can't date anyone? No, there's not. There's a ton of people dating each other. Nathan Frazier's dating Thea Hale. Ludwig Kaiser's dating Maxine Dupree. There's a obviously,
I thought Kaiser was
Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley. They've been dating forever.
Kaiser was dating Stratton.
No, it's Maxine Dupree.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure anymore.
Okay.
But it might be Tiffany. I don't remember. He's dating one of the two.
Right.
Every time Sheamus comes back, he turns heel. 2015, 2019, 2019. Angela, how's it going? Not a lot of people watch NXT. I'm not surprised the reaction wasn't huge, but it wasn't bad either. Yeah. Tyler spun him around. The crowd went wild. Yep. Stratton. Okay, yeah. So he's dating Stratton. He was. I remember last time I had said who he was dating, and I'd gotten it wrong, and so I flipped it. But I think I flipped it back after having already flipped it in my head.
I think NXT being on the CW is going to do a lot for getting that product out to the world to allow more people to see it and stuff like that. JB Thuggett, I'm doing good.
Also, maybe see Mickey showing up at the Rumble. I mean, hell, her husband is the GM. Yeah, no, Mickey James is also somebody that could possibly show up.
Yeah. I think we'll see more surprise show-ups in the women's and the men's because of the amount of women wrestlers there are. Austin, what are you talking about? If you're talking about the Stratton Kaiser thing, they've been dating for 6 months, maybe?
Probably longer.
Nick Khan was the best thing to happen to WWE.
I was worried about him, but yeah. Oh, the thing I wanted to talk about, by the way, AJ just sent me this. They have officially gotten a new head director to replace Kevin Dunn. And it's a man named Lee Fitting. Now, Lee Fitting's resume includes Monday Night Football. He has over 2 decades of experience. And he's worked with Monday Night Football, College Game Day, College Football Playoffs, and many other properties under the Disney portfolio for live television. Monday Night Football has some fantastic production work. So if this is the guy we're getting to take over for WWE, I'm excited. We should get a really good look at it. And I'm looking forward to how this new look is going to go.
Yeah,
and that includes probably bringing back that 8K camera for entrances and shit, because that is very NFL. Here's where we ain't seeing no twin magic. The twins said they were done with WWE after they didn't. Yeah, they've for some reason burned a bridge with WWE, and I have no idea why. It sounded like a drunk party where they weren't mentioned in something in one time. But
get on the same page for 1 second, they could run through this tournament with the greatest of ease. I really truly believe that.
There you see the Dusty Cup, the finals at Vengeance Day. February the 4th, tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Our next premium live event. This is the first of 2 opening round matchups. Breaker now taking out Wolfgang.
And normally Wolfgang is the biggest guy in that square circle, but today he's in there with a couple of bona fide heavyweights, man.
Taking a look around.
I'm at a little over half.
Baron and Braun are the 2 that are standing.
When I got to work.
And Corbin muscling up Coffee.
What a shot. What a shot. Right there. Look at the confidence on the face of Baron Corbin right now, Vic.
Sorry, I had to take care of something on Twitch.
Corbin's fired up. And some would have believed that would go, and Wolfgang saving Mark Coffey for the moment.
I'm talking about great tag team continuity right there. It's like calling a timeout for a second.
And wait a minute. Ooh!
Yeah, the women's rumbles tend to have more surprises than the men's, but that's just because there's more legends. It's a smaller roster in the women's division. So, yeah.
And could be punching their ticket.
What did you just type?
To round 2.
What did you just type?
I was reporting the person on the Twitch chat.
Oh, I banned them, so it's fine.
That's fine, but me reporting it also gets them looked at for other channels and stuff like that too.
Is it bad? Is it too much water? Yeah, even water you can have too much of.
But take another look. Baron Corbin, nothing but post. NXT Universe letting Joe Coffey hear it on the outside, who's been screaming, just give us the trophy. You're going to have to earn it.
I'm glad to see this match. It's a really good match, and I'm glad to see it's not just like really one-sided.
Yes, man. Think about Galaxy. This seems to be another obstacle. And you know about obstacles, Vic. Over, round, under. But right now, Gallus Boys is going right through this tag team of Breaker and Corbin.
And this is where many believe that Gallus would have the advantage in this opening round matchup, that they are a tag team, as you pointed out earlier, that they've been in these deep waters of tag team matchups.
Yes, indeed. I'm always knowing,
into days into the spear.
To the bone, man. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here comes Breaker.
And in comes Braun.
I don't know how that would be possible physically.
And
trying to think of how that would work.
I don't think it would.
Turning his attention right to Mark Coffey.
Yeah, Florida got it really bad. Tennessee got it really bad. Apparently the Carolinas are getting it too.
What the hell what Braun did, but it was effective. They get your stop, watch, ready.
Man, you see the quickness, the movements of this young man.
You saw the quickness, you saw the speed, and you saw the sudden impact.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Oh my God.
No way.
Oh my God.
Listen to the beat.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Didn't Disney close like some shit?
Yeah, I haven't got confirmation on that, but I think so.
Corbin tagged in. Corbin's legal.
Okay, now watching.
Takes out Wolfgang. End of days.
Yeah, I just don't know how you would turn an end of days into a spear, but yeah.
You could, honestly, looking at it, you couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think you could, but that German suplex with the second guy into a fall-away slam, I don't even know what to call that or how to even describe it properly. Holy crap.
You're the tag team specialist. You're the multi-time champion. What do you make of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin?
Yeah, look at this. This is insane.
It's a fall-away slam with the
German suplex. That, by the way,
this was off a blind tag.
He wasn't able to jump because he was holding his tag team partner. Braun muscled him over.
Brute strength.
Holy crap.
We're getting, what, Hank and Tank is the other match versus Akon and Frazier?
Nathan Frazier.
Oh. Sorry.
And how good it must feel. Will their names be the ones etched into the prestigious Dusty Cup? But what a way to kick off the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team.
I'd be okay with him winning the whole thing.
Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic matchup to come here tonight. But we want to talk about something else.
Ooh, F5 into an RKO.
There's certainly been some hard times for Tiffany Stratton.
No, I can see, yeah. As you're spinning.
Yeah, you'd have to corkscrew mid-spin to get it, but that would be cool, yeah.
Any sign of her yet, guys?
No, nothing yet.
I don't see her. Late as I expected, which is why I got to work early this morning. But today, little Miss Tiff Tiff is gonna get some dirt
Kurt Angle
under her
German
fingernails.
suplex and a Brock suplex. There's really not a difference, except for Brock is just huge.
Oh look.
And throws dudes
There
versus
she is
Kurt Angle
now.
who keep hold and go with it.
Hard to kill this Saturday.
It is. I'm trying to figure out if it'll be possible to stream it or not. Right now I haven't found a way to do it without
You're late.
getting in trouble, but I'm looking into it.
I know. I had to make sure I had the perfect outfit. You're not wearing that, are you? Tiffany, I had clothes for you. Ew, I'm not wearing that! Just because I got stuck in this disgusting situation does not mean I can't look good doing it. I'm good. Fine by me. Let's get to work. Ow! What is wrong? We are just walking. Real work hasn't even started yet. Oh, me? I'm perfect. Right. Okay. Anyways, there's a lot of work that we have to do. We're gonna muck the stalls, feed the horses. I'm sorry. I don't speak ranch. What does muck mean? Muck means clean. It's okay, we'll get to it. Eventually we'll clean the saddles and the bridles, we'll wash the horses, and if you see any horse dumping... Horse dumpings? Horse dumpings? Horse droppings? Horse poop? Yeah, horse... If you see it, pick it up. Okay. Let's go.
Okay. I'm loving this, the Stratton segment. I have a feeling in real life, Tiffany's extremely happy to be there and spend time with the horses and stuff like that.
Remember me? Just like old times.
Sal, I think she really is. Random guy, how you doing? Something like that. So you missed Nikita Lyons versus what's her name? I can't remember her name. Save my life. I'm kind of tired, but you
know. Blair Davenport. So TNA, I actually like what they're doing with their TNA Plus under Endeavor streaming. You actually get when you buy it, you're getting the license for it, so it should be allowed to be used. That being said, the only way to get the pay-per-views included in TNA Plus is to pay the annual fee of $220 a year. I do not have $220 to spare. Now I could buy just Hard to Kill and get the $9.99 package where I get everything else. But Hard to Kill is $40, and I don't even know if I have that for this coming weekend. I don't think I'll be able to stream Hard to Kill, unfortunately. WWE's former decoration hired by AEW. Yeah, Kosha Irby was hired by AEW, and WWE hired Lee Fitting, former ESPN Monday Night Football guy, to be their new Kevin Dunn. So wrestling comes on NCAA. For me, it was Law and Order SVU. Yeah, we heard Tony Khan dissing Jinder Mahal on Twitter, or Saul. That guy, I guess I'll say it, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Somebody needs to take his phone away. That's all there is to it. Take that man's phone away. Man's got Trump fingers, man. He's got to stop. There's an old adage. There's an old adage in business and in media that all exposure is good exposure. Even bad exposure is good exposure. That is actually not the case. And especially in today's days of social media where people will literally just boycott shit. Get that shit out there and people will stop buying your product or watching your product because of the terrible person that you are. And so bad exposure is no longer good exposure. And Tony Khan fails to realize that.
So Seth versus Jinder is going to be next week on Monday night. Watch it here with us.
Yeah, it's a title match on Monday Night Raw. It isn't like it's a pay-per-view title match. Which, I'll be honest with you, if they had set it up for Royal Rumble to give Seth Rollins somebody to wrestle that night, I'd have been okay with that. Because as of right now, he has nobody to wrestle.
Yeah.
I'd have been okay with that. Jinder can actually go. I think him and Seth will have a good match.
Premium live event that changes lives and alters careers. A ticket on sale announcement.
Well, Tony doesn't act like this in person. Tony doesn't. He's what they call a keyboard warrior. He's a guy who's tough behind the scenes. But you saw him next to CM Punk just sit there and take it while CM Punk at the all-out media scrum just went completely off script and shit on the entire company. And he just sat there and took it. And that's all he does. He just sits there and take it.
But despite
yes, Jinder and Seth have history.
In the deepest women's division that WWE has to offer, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to finish 2024 just as
I think Valkyrie here holds the belt for 7 months.
I know they're probably going to look for somebody to eventually beat Mandy Rose's record. 435 days.
This title goes,
I don't know if it'll be Lyra, but I'd be okay with it.
I would be, but I don't think that's as her.
4 weeks' time at Vengeance Day. Well, we're all gonna find out next week because I spoke to Ava today, and she told me that we are gonna have ourselves.
No, Gloria, I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out.
Battle Royal.
Oh, Women's Battle Royal for number 1 contendership next week.
Because when that Battle Royal comes down to the final 4 competitors, it becomes a fatal four-way.
Oh,
and it's the winner of that fatal four-way that
I'm
will
good
go
with
on
this.
to meet me for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day.
Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria. You're only standing in this ring because your weirdo friend Tatum Paxley saved your ass last week. Unfortunately for you, I still have my contract, which means I could cash this baby in whenever I want. Cuando me da la gana.
Yeah, okay. Whenever you want, anytime you want. Lola, I get
Fiendish,
it.
how's it going,
okay?
brother?
But what happened? I really thought when you came in here with your MMA background and all the hype you had coming in the door that you were going to be the one to turn this place upside down.
Doing good, doing good.
And all I ever see you do
We're doing pretty
is
good.
talk and talk and talk and talk about what you're going to do. So what is it, Lola? Maybe you're confused. Maybe you're not sure what I'm here to do. Well, let me tell you, I'm not here to watch you shake your arse on Instagram, okay? I am here because I want to fight Lola Vice, the caged fighter. See these people? Some of them don't like you. A lot of them do like you. But I think one thing we can all agree on is that everybody wants to see this match happen.
Cállate la boca. Everyone loves me. I can't help it. These people are like sheep. They follow my every move. Pero I can't blame them. They love my Latina heat.
Oh, your Latina heat. Well, where is it? Because the only Latina heat I see is coming from Elektra Lopez. La Madrina. The woman that held Legado del Fantasma together. Actually, I'm just wondering, when is it you plan on breaking it to your bestie here that you have no intention of using that contract to gain yourself a tag team title match?
Oscar reign for 510 days. Yeah, she did.
Do you know what, Lola? I'll make it easy for you. Let's just have us a title match right here, right now. Get me a referee down here. Let's do this.
I don't hear any argument from you, Book.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
And here comes our finish. Oh, and what a right hand. And Lopez, Vice. All by herself as the NXT Women's Champion. It's a 2-on-1 assault.
Yes, but this is...
Paxley, wait a minute, Tatum Paxley.
What? What's she doing here?
Paxley's out to even the odds. It has been chaotic all night long. Well, these two may be facing each other in the future, but for metaphor, their future became their present.
Listen. They break up. We can't go.
That's a really cute one, guys. I like it. What about me?
Hi, Josh. Sorry you had to see that, Josh.
The Mandy Rose's thing, I said,
that triggered Josh breakup.
forgot what I said, but it was actually 413 days was her reign.
That's completely wrong.
Be honest, this is a safe
And Asuka
space.
was 510 days.
Wait a minute.
You need to get your head out of your ass because we all had different goals, and mine was to become a champion. And if it wasn't for Captain Sidekick right there, I would be the Heritage Cup champion.
Don't touch your cup.
You know what? I think I deserve a rematch. Absolutely.
Josh, a rematch. You lost. You got disqualified. So back in the lane. Who are you calling a sidekick? You piece of...
That would be you. Me. If you got a problem with it, we can handle it tonight.
Okay.
Right.
You ain't.
I don't think they had a plan with an exact number of days on it. In fact, I think the only person that might have ever brought that up might have been Mandy. But the fact, again, 614 days is a weird number. I know she was meant to hold it longer until it came out, but I could also see Ken Kennedy at the Rumble. I would love that. I would love it if my boy Mr. Kennedy would be at the Rumble. Those belts, the NFL belts aren't bad, but they are mad expensive. They're over $500.
They really are.
And I get it. It's the licensing and everything. It's, you know, it's not cheap. But damn, man. On Fnatic, they're like $5-10 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure other people are reselling them for more. Think we will get Booker in the Rumble again this year? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I love Mr. Kennedy too. Not just as a wrestler, but as a man. Like I told him, you know, I based my heel character around him. And yeah, he's been an inspiration of mine, and it's been really cool becoming his friend and getting to know him more and more. And his wife Anastasia is amazing. They're
cool.
just really good, really good people, and his school's phenomenal. Anybody in the Minnesota area, you know where to go if you want to wrestle. I do want to see AJ Lena Rumble. Yeah, like I said, I know she has talked about being done with wrestling, but like I said, you know, she then puts out on social media a video of her working out in a ring. And like I said, she wasn't there to help her husband get ready. He was there to help her get ready. He was just taking spots like arm drags and hurricane rods and stuff. If she's helping him get ready, she doesn't need to be doing all the spots she was doing. That was her getting ready. She was running the ropes while he stood there. She was climbing the ropes, doing, you know, top rope stuff. She was, you know, again, taking bumps while he just stood there. Yeah, she was preparing. So thank you for clearing the air on the whole Orton and Kennedy thing with me. It wasn't Orton's fault. No, I mean, Orton, like, did play a little bit of part in it. He did complain, but he didn't have him fired. He just complained about him not being safe. As Ken has said it many times, he is the reason. He himself is why he got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Kennedy got himself fired, and he takes full responsibility. Lash Legend did not win the Iron Survivor match. Blair Davenport won it.
Yeah,
that's why she had a title match last week against Lyra. Should the 24/7 title come back? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
They don't need any more belts except for maybe splitting the tag titles, and then maybe once you really established a women's tag team belt, you could maybe and bring some more women to the main roster, or make it a belt that transcends NXT as well as the main roster. You could maybe do a mid-card intercontinental style belt for the women. Maybe, yeah. But that is not something that should be even thought about right now. What was only for a TV show? What did I miss?
Mm.
Honestly, Roman's title belt is great, but they should take apart the Undisputed. Yeah, I don't understand why it's called the Undisputed Universal Championship when there's 2 world titles now. But whatever. Because I want champion versus championship. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but we don't need all of them.
Ava, the evidence clearly shows my foot underneath the ropes, and per the WWE bylaws, this constitutes as a rope break.
Luca, I'm not a ref. There's something I
Curious
can
what they're
do
gonna
about
do
it.
with Ken
I'm
Shamrock's
waiting for someone
Legends
right
deal.
now, but I
Yeah,
promise
I mean he
I'll
could
pass
pop
your
up in the
concerns
Rumble
along.
too.
Fair enough.
He can do other things.
Eva,
Dragon,
¿qué pasa?
how are you?
I'm good. Hey, I'm sorry
AJ
about
training
last
with
week.
her husband.
that's okay.
Hey,
Oh,
but I saw LWO took care of things.
yeah, except
And
for
my
she's
visa
not
issues
doing
are
heels
all
anymore.
done.
And that video
I'm
was
back,
brand new.
ready to go.
That's great. We're so happy to have you back.
Well.
I
That
think
is
we should
great.
have
And I'm
trios.
assuming
No
since
trios
Nomos
belts.
visa issues,
No.
that means open challenges.
Let's
are
get
back
tag team
on the
wrestling
table.
over again
Am I
before we go to
wrong?
trios.
I was going
Maybe
to
Shamrock
disclose
becomes a
that.
manager or something. That's a
You know,
possibility.
Dragon Lee.
I love all the
He's
gold belts
always ready.
Roman has.
Yeah, well, I'm always ready too, amigo.
It's
I'm so
alright.
ready,
It's
in fact,
fine.
had this
Like I like it better than what
contract
they
drafted
had.
up.
I
So you
didn't like the
don't have to
blue
go
or
out
red
there
strap.
and wait for a challenger. All you gotta do is sign. Te voy a quitar esa carita de payaso. And that's gonna start tonight. I guess it's a done deal then.
So?
Well, see you tonight, cabron. What did he just call me?
Don't worry about it.
Booker looks like
I said earlier today, thanks Tony, you made gender 10 times over. Yeah.
Here tonight.
Yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Representing Metaphor, Oro Mensa.
What?
The metaphor entrance, that whole light thing.
I love the 4 colors.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The beam of lights I don't like, but that I didn't realize you were behind me because that had already happened for me, so I didn't know what you were.
No, it's all good.
Wild Card Saturday live, January 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Peacock.
Did you get that? Did you get that?
Dolphins versus Chiefs. Who you got?
No.
I don't know, man. The Chiefs have been really rough. I'm gonna have to go Dolphins.
You are on another level here tonight.
Like, I have not watched a single football game all year today.
We might be getting out of Josh Briggs and maybe
I haven't been able to watch every single week
in his career because it's another solo opportunity right now for Briggs. And I mean, you have an eye for talent. Can Briggs break through like he did at Deadline? He showed you something.
Yes, Michael. That's exactly why. Yeah.
He definitely passes that airport test. It doesn't look like he's going to a hold down or anything tonight. So it looks like he means business. I like it.
Well, I want to go back to some other business when you always talk about the checks, championships. Does Briggs deserve another opportunity?
HBK book Ilya versus Trick versus Mello at NXT.
No. When you lose a match, you know, fair and square, why should you?
Although I could see Mello like trying to do some backstage deal.
You go to the back of the line and start all over again, just like
to try to make that happen because he already tried to make it happen once.
Nasty landing.
Why did Solo supposed to lose the NXT West American Championship? Technically, he didn't.
Yeah, they just stripped him of it.
Because he got moved up to the main roster. Right. Because as soon as he got moved up to the main roster, then they started doing all that other stuff.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. But it was still the Vince era at the time, so you can't really. At that time, don't forget Vince had also taken over NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really rough period.
Shoulders down near the fall. Maybe Mensa should follow in Briggs' footsteps.
What are you talking about?
Hey, branch out a little bit. What's wrong with having his own goals?
Trying to see Trek versus Millo at delivery. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I guess you played up.
That Saturday's gonna be kind of a long day of streaming, but I'm all for it, man. We got Stand Deliver, I think, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we got Mania starting that night.
I'm gonna ask for that day off.
This matchup is Jackson looking on with last legend, excuse me, the aforementioned Noam Dar. One more time into a couple.
Oh, another couple, by the way, that we were talking about, like wrestling couples. Trick Williams and Lash Legend are apparently.
I mean, you couldn't have a better teacher.
It's pretty braggadocious, though, metaphor to think that Briggs, Jensen, and Fallon Henley broke up because of him, though.
Can I ask you a question, Vic? Do you know why they broke up? Do you know why?
Yes, they did agree to go on their separate ways for individual goals.
That's what you heard. That's what they're telling you.
That's what
they're telling
you. Well, you gotta believe what they said.
Well, I would have had an awesome rating. Yeah, I do.
You're talking about checks and championships, right?
I think it would have interrupted some of the storyline. I mean, unlike with Dom's reign in the Judgment Day, I think Solo's would have interrupted Bloodline storyline.
Well, that was the problem, is they moved him up to Bloodline. It wasn't. The plan was to keep him in NXT for a while longer, and then Vince just ripped up the script and changed things and called him up to the Bloodline early. Had he stayed in NXT and just been doing NXT stuff, he could have had a good long reign.
Every week, he's wondering, is he ever going to come back home? That's what he's thinking.
Right now, Mensa might want to rethink his strategy because all he has done is anger Josh Briggs.
I like it.
What company is in the big show right now? I don't understand those two questions. Companies in the big show right now, and Takara
distracted one more time, doesn't pay off though for Mensa. Who gets planted?
Big clothesline for Bell. Are MJF Liv Morgan secretly dating? Date? I don't know if they are or not. I could have sworn MJF was engaged to somebody who's not a wrestler, but I don't know. I know that because they met on the Iron Claw red carpet, that turned into, oh my god, they're secretly dating. I think that's just fanboy BS. The way Last Legend lifts so much tricky cover. That's fun.
I see Briggs being the next JBL. In-ring JBL, not out-ring JBL, but in-ring.
Happened to T-Bar. He's now Dijakovic. Or
Mhm.
Dijak.
OTM looking to add gold to their waists here tonight. Huge.
The fact that this is not the main event, this is happening in the middle of the card, I don't think OTM wins.
Now, while in JBL's defense, it's a different era, different people are taking things a lot differently and stuff like that. Like we're seeing it with some of the older stars, stuff like that. When face bumps are involved and stuff like that, a lot of people nowadays are more willing to take it, where the old schoolers aren't.
I mean, a clothesline's a clothesline.
Right, but I'm talking about like
one of the first things you learn.
Yeah.
The reason I like Briggs is better than JBL's is because JBL was trying to hurt every person he hit with the clothesline. Briggs is actually like doing it the way you're supposed to do it. Yeah, it's a hard, impactful move, but you're not trying to literally rip somebody's head off.
How about the Cross APO faction? They need a name.
Isn't it Unholy Union?
It might be. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't had Pizza Hut in like 10 years, if not longer. You think it's going to be Cross and AOP versus Bobby Street Profits? No, it's this Friday.
Yeah.
This Friday they're having a match, Fats. Does Roman retain the Rumble? I do believe he does.
Yeah, Styles takes the pin.
Domino's is garbage pizza. I'm sorry for anybody that I offend, but ever since Domino's changed their sauce to that stupid artisanal sauce and they went to artisanal crust, it is complete garbage. And I can tell you why. And this is coming from a chef. The sauce is made, they try their best to make it taste like it's this artisanal, well-made sauce. It comes out of a can, and they over-season the ever-loving shit out of it to where it's just salt in red sauce. Then the crust is the same thing. Because they're trying so hard to make it artisanal, they end up over-seasoning the ever-loving shit out of it, and there's way too much salt in it. And I got Domino's for free, and had an opportunity to have Domino's for free for once a week for a year. And after the first week, I turned that shit down. It is gross. Ugh.
Yeah, Fats. See you. We'll see you on Friday. Nobody still clotheslines like Rikishi. That 360 midair spin from a big guy hit different. It really did. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'll take Little Caesars. I will take Little Caesars over Domino's any day of the week. Little Caesars actually isn't bad. Boycott Domino's, Papa John's pizza. Okay, beyond, I'm not getting into the political shit and the boycotts. We're just going to talk about what's good pizza. That's all we're going to talk about right now. I think Papa John's has some of the best pizza. They legit have fresh ingredients. You can taste the fresh ingredients. Their mushrooms do not come out of a can, and you can taste that. I love the chicken they use, the steak they use. But for me, it's Papa John's, and that's just out of chain pizza places. I like Hungry Howie's, but Hungry Howie's taste like it costs. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You're getting what you pay for. I think Little Caesars, I would probably put Little Caesars just above Hungry Howie's. So it'd be like Papa John's, Little Caesars, Hungry Howie's. I haven't had Pizza Hut in 10 years, so I cannot discuss them or not. But not because it's a pizza place, but Dave & Buster's is a great pizza, and Chuck E. Cheese is a good pizza. I'm not a fan of Chuck E. Cheese pizza that much, although again I haven't had it in quite a long time. I never actually had the Dave & Buster's pizza.
there's a place near me called Marco's that makes an absolutely phenomenal pizza. It's a little bit more expensive, but you're getting high quality ingredients, high quality everything.
Oh no, Marco's does not have high quality ingredients. I know where they get their shit from. Marco's is garbage pizza. Like, it tastes good, don't get me wrong, but it is garbage pizza. It's the Dunkin' Donuts of
Can
pizza.
we go sit down? My
It
feet
is
are
bottom of the barrel
killing me
ingredients.
in
It
these
is the
heels.
leftovers
No,
that they get.
that was only task number 1. Here, Fallon, the horse of the thing
I've
again?
heard good things about Round Table. I've never had it.
So we're gonna need a washer. That's all
CC's
you,
pizza is
Buttercup.
good. I
Ew.
like CC's pizza.
Don't call me Buttercup.
CC's, in my opinion, has
That's the horse's name.
I
yeah,
tend to eat too much.
Buttercup.
they've got the best taco pizza out there.
I am so not
Larry, that is
doing that.
awesome. I'm super happy for you, dude. That's great. Royal
It's
Rumbles
me,
are
me,
tons of fun to me.
Buttercup.
They really are.
Have
So
fun.
I actually have like a pizza
Be good to me.
pizza stand to make pizzas in. And now that I've got this Five Nights at Freddy's cookbook, I'm super excited to try out the pizza recipes in it. Could not be happier. I love making fresh pizza, and now that I got my KitchenAid working again. I found all the attachments. I'm gonna be making dough and making it all from scratch.
Okay, now I'm done. I need a shower, new clothes, and I need to be disinfected. So, thank you very much, Fallon. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope it was a thrill of a
I used to use a pizza stone, but
been
my
a long
oven
day,
doesn't
hasn't it?
work well, so I've got a pizza pan. You know, like
you
the
can't
pan,
put
it's like
a
a
clean
round
horse in
pan
a
with
dirty
a
stall, can you?
2-inch lip on it.
I
That
don't
works
see
better
why
in my oven.
not.
That's what I have
mean,
now.
They're filthy animals to begin
My
with.
pizza stone
and
didn't work well in my
they
oven,
saved
but my
money
oven
that
is.
I just
I have a
moved, right?
bottom of the line GE oven. I gotta upgrade.
Time to muck some stalls. Time to muck
Happy
some
Wednesday,
stalls.
y'all. What have I missed? Quite a bit, Wes. You're an hour late. It's okay.
Yeah.
That smell? Look, it's pink, just for you. You're almost done. Get to mucking.
Yeah, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes. Cameron Grimes. Yeah.
Oh, Book, she's certainly getting those stalls in tip-top tippy shape, isn't she?
How did you forget that the best wrestling show on TV today is on tonight, Wes? What's wrong with you?
Come on, man. We did this specifically so you can watch.
You do like Brock O'Neill.
Wes, I'm disappointed in you.
Lucian Price.
I'm
Just a little bit.
Scripps. Are they ready, though, for this match?
OGs, man. OGs looking to make a name for themselves, looking to have a moment here tonight. You say, oh, they're ready. You're not going to know that. You're not going to know that just time until it happened. And with scripts at the head, Vic, anything could happen, man. I like this trio.
Yeah, it's made to look like a GTA cover. Awesome.
Well, here comes another trio that the NXT universe is behind. But I want to talk about the duo of D'Angelo, of Stacks.
So this is not a Dusty Classic match.
No.
This is just a straight up for the belt match.
Straight up title.
There's a trio now, though, Vic. There's a trio. Let's not forget about Ariana.
Okay,
Rizzo,
that
All right,
Wes,
Wes. Way to go, make me feel bad. Way to make me feel bad. Wes.
Hope it-
No, I hope you're feeling
Yeah,
better.
yep.
I hope you feel
Same.
better.
They know exactly what it takes to make it.
I should have went and got a refill during commercial, and I did not do that, and now I'm down to it.
Oh, yes.
Tag team titles on the line here live on NXT.
The following contest scheduled for one fall. It's for the
It's that time of year,
NXT
Austin. It's that time of year.
Team Championship.
Y'all did
Introducing
terrible.
first the challengers, accompanied by Scripps, the team of Lucian Price and Bronco Nima. OTL.
Something just like that one goes for a long thing.
And their
It's
opponents,
not for everybody.
accompanied by Adriana Rizzo. They are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Channing Stacks Lorenzo and the Don of NXT.
Dax, your belt's upside down.
Tony
Dax.
D'Angelo.
Big matchup, of course. This is the first of two
Sparkles from Baltimore, Maryland. We love NXT
here tonight because Dragon Lee will defend
greatest wrestling show on television
North
today.
American Championship later on tonight against Lexus King in our main event. And it's really been
I'm hoping in October when they move to CW, not a lot gets changed.
I don't think it will.
Because are they going to be occupied, Booker, do you think, by the
The only thing that may get changed is they may do a little bit less of the first scene in segments, even though it's bleep. Like the Chase U stuff and like how Fallon said, horse shit and bleeped it. It may cut back on that, but we'll see.
Neiman now throwing a right hand.
He also able to win Adam Rhodes and Rosebud. No way Jose Congo.
Able to sidestep Neiman for a moment.
No way Jose Congo.
And this is the power advantage that OTM is going to have in this matchup. As a tag was made, D'Angelo's now legal. And caught no man's land was Bronco.
Can't wait to go to an NXT show. The last one I went to
on the wrong side of town, but Neiman.
Takeover Portland was hot.
He can fix that.
Amazing show.
He's a monster, Vic. Look at the muscle on this guy.
Somehow, some way, D'Angelo did not go down. A tag was made. Stacks now legal and look for the 2-for-1. Finally taking the big fella down.
Just the inexperience right there. Just inexperience on these two young up-and-comers. But here comes Lucien Price.
Price tagging in all four superstars in the ring. Referee might be losing a little bit of control in this match, and the power of game again coming in for the challengers. And you saw Scripps on the outside. How has Scripps flipped the script for OTM?
No, you need that legitimizer, Vic. You need that someone to guide you in the right direction. And Scripps, he's been there. He knows what it's like to work at the next level.
He certainly does, but right now, he's also taking a look at a 2-for-1 on the other side, and the family knows this is going to be unlike any challenge they faced here in NXT, especially since becoming the NXT Tag Team Champions. Into the cover, maybe goes D'Angelo. Hook of the leg, titles on the line, and a quick kick out. Want to go back and talk about
Breaker and Corbin, that'd be a fire match.
That would be a fire match.
See what they call the glue, Rizzo.
OTM is impressive, but like I don't know what it is. Like I don't know, maybe all of a sudden it's like they went from like basically never being around to suddenly being like thrust into this main event picture. It's kind of weird. I don't know if they're quite ready for it. A little bit more polished.
For the tag team champions.
You're talking about checks and balances, Vic. You need
Don't get me wrong, I like Scripps as a manager because he's definitely doing that a lot better than being a wrestler.
The power of the female. Don't do it, man. Oh, wow. Wow.
They should have had OTM in the Dusty Classic and had him go forward. They didn't have to necessarily win it.
Though, he is not legal superstar. That being Price. It is Bronco Nima. Oh, and Nima hoisting up Stacks. And that is going to be a nasty landing. Don't miss a second of the action on picture break. Tag team.
That's an interesting move. It didn't quite go the way we wanted it to, but that I could see that being a crazy move if they did it timed right. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, go. Get your drink. Speaking of drink. So, folks, don't forget, if you are in the Twitch chat, I'm going to be posting the links for our Discord and our merch. That way you can go check it out. If you are in the TikTok chat, go to Superbeard's profiles and look for the link tree. We got some really good merch there. Also, join our Discord. We have conversations and stuff like that. Talk about a lot of things. Wait, that's not it. Discord. Here we go. Ah! Where's a hard? Glory, I agree with that. I want to know what MVP's up to. It would be nice. Oh, Jay, I have no idea. When Vince comes back, he'll talk. Ask him. Um, we're pretty eclectic when it comes to our music. What are you doing? I'm more of the EDM remixes, mashups, and stuff like that. There you go, Jay. That's got an idea for you. So Jay was asking a good website to get tickets for Rumble. Wes is asking about your favorite music. Fats said Game Time. Austin said, what's the main reason for watching wrestling? Escapism.
By the challengers and Nemo with a cheap shot taken out.
Am I excited for Deadpool 3, Rocky? Absolutely.
Right now, as
how could you not be? That movie's gonna be great. We're getting Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again. It's gonna be awesome. As far as my favorite music, I like a lot of music. Kind of all over the place. I don't listen to country, but I like pretty much all music. Rock would be the one. Like, I had to pick a genre, but I think honestly, I can give you two songs that kind of like depict like the type of music I like, and that is Blackbird by Alter Bridge, which I highly recommend everybody listen to that song. He wrote it for a friend of his that died very young. And it is kind of an homage to Blackbird by the Beatles, but it's vastly different. Now that was a cool double team move. But also listen to Blood Upon the Snow. Look up Blood Upon the Snow. It's from the God of War Ragnarok soundtrack. Hosier sings the song. But that song is absolutely amazing. Just beyond amazing. I actually made a shirt. It's got Hugin and Mulan, the two ravens devoted on it, and in old Celtic lettering, I have a Blood Upon the Snow in it.
Picking up some speed. Well, Neiman's going to get a little bit too. Goes up, goes over.
See if I can show
Look
it
at
off.
the athleticism and going to the body. Big gut punches from the dive.
That's just pure power right there.
Following it over. Buster.
Yeah, Rada.
Into the cover to retain and a near fall. Family was a half second away, and when we talk about the power of OTM, Tony D'Angelo just showed us we can't talk about power if we're not talking about the boss.
The Dunn came up on the street the hard way. He's not the Dunn. He just didn't, find his way to this position. He earned this position, Vic.
And the Don trying to get back into it. Nice counter.
Game Changer help. Hayes has already been on.
These two work so well as a team. We've seen both superstars able to have this uncanny ability to be in the right spot at the right time. Will it happen again here tonight?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh no.
Whoa, great tag team action there by the Young Bloods.
OTM is taking control.
But Sasha kept Sasha out of it at WWE.
When we talk about Stacks, always able to get just in the right spot, the right time, the same
Move it up here so that covers the wrestling.
who could be in the right spot here tonight to put gold around their waist.
Wow.
Can't zoom in on it for some reason.
All this
but this was the shirt I made.
Certainly was.
That was it.
You did a lot of real good
Just able to
shirts.
get up the underboss toss to the outside. And you got a feel here. for the Don. Oh, and you really got a feel for him now. Another power move. Will it be enough? And Stacks again. The Don able to kick out.
But I agree with you. No Mercy was a really good game.
Right there. Still didn't get the 1, 2, 3 on Tony D, man.
And you know, we've seen Stacks sacrifice himself time and time again. He's struggling. He's trying to get in there for Tony D'Angelo. D'Angelo's been doing it by himself. And in this moment, finally!
Wow! Big shot there, big shot.
Stacks back in. D'Angelo goes around. Shoulders down, near fall.
Alright, so there's the shirt.
Down like that, man.
I made that based upon the song and the game because I think God of War Ragnarok is one of the greatest games ever made. I'm actually going to replay it here shortly again for like the 6th time. I just love the story in it. It's so much fun to play. It's so good.
So, don't spoil it, but is the ending to the DLC decent?
Oh, it's amazing.
Is this going to be enough?
Okay.
That DLC is one of the greatest DLCs I think that's ever come out ever, and the fact that it was free is insane to me because it was like 6 or 7 hours, and honestly, you get probably 10 plus hours of gameplay out of it. Because there's an ending after the ending. There's an ending. There's kind of an epilogue ending for Kratos and all that. And then there's a Valkyrie ending. There's an ending for the main Valkyrie.
He's there for a reason, Vic. He's their leader for a reason.
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah, like it's so cool.
Actually, and right now you hear the NXT universe for both these teams.
Oh yeah, that's the shirt I made for that.
This is turning into a slugfest.
Now that's not available in our merch store unless y'all people want it.
Whoa, wait, look at Scripps.
I just made it for myself.
Scripps didn't connect. Rizzo paying dividends. Stacks.
Dude, Stacks almost decapitated himself on the apron there.
Forget about it.
Man, got it hooked.
The family.
Nice fisherman suplex into the float over.
Here are your winners, and still
Okay, so I was not big on the Don gimmick when he first debuted it and stuff like that, but it's grown on me. I really liking it.
I think what it was is when NXT 2.0 came out, they were trying to do these over-the-top 80s gimmicks that was what Vince wanted. They were taking them too far. I think that now they dialed it back a little bit. It's still very much a over-the-top gimmick, but it's been dialed back just enough that it's not cringy. You know what I mean? I was about to say, are they going to show those Tony tweets?
Guys, we're good. JC has a plan. Let's go.
Look, we all know Chase U is in crisis mode right now. Attendance is down, and this place is going under fast. I get you guys and the entire student body have been trying to come up with the money, but it's just not good enough. But I have an idea that's going to save the university from debt. But I need you guys to do exactly what I say. And we'll be up and running and back on our feet in no time, okay?
Okay. And check this out.
Yeah.
All right.
That's you.
Cheese chicks.
This is gonna be you. Yeah, Fia, you and me.
Jesus
Christ. Congratulations on winning the men's breakout tournament. Now, I know that it's only been a week, but do you know when you want to use this contract for a title match?
This is huge.
This contract means that I could become an NXT champion whenever I want. And just like the men's breakout tournament, every superstar will crumble under my feet. And because I'm backed by destiny, I could cash in at Stand and Deliver. I could cash in.
Well. Congrats on the contract, my friend. I'm proud of you. I really am. But we all know if it wasn't for Trey Bearhill, it would have been you and me in the finals of that tournament. And, well, who knows, right? All that matters is that you earned your title shot by winning that tournament.
For a big repackaging.
And I got my title shot with this against Dragon Lee tonight. So keep doing your thing. Keep plugging away. Because I think I'm looking at the future NXT champion, Obafemi. And you're looking at the next North American champion, Lexis King, the face of Tuesday nights. And after I
Apparently
win my
now
title
it
match
is.
tonight,
When the breakout tournament started,
drinks
it
on
was
me,
you
Cal.
had to basically announce like, hey, I want to challenge this
That match is the
champion
main
on
event
this
tonight.
day. But then Lola Vice came running out with a referee trying to cash that shit in
to the generation.
last week.
Lexis King certainly loves himself. So Lexis King.
I don't know, I guess it's become kind of Money in the Bank.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
God, she looks amazing.
Jay
superstar that cares only about herself. Can Gigi Dolan beat some respect in Cora Jade? These two go one-on-one. It's live. It's next on NXT.
There's rumors that they might have broke up because they did strip their social medias of each other's presence. But like I said, it could also just be that they're trying to. Because Cora is very much like she's moving her social media more towards her character versus her real day, everyday life. So it could be that they're taking their social media towards their characters, and obviously them being together doesn't really work for their characters. Or it could be that they broke up. So we'll see. Where did Lexis get that contract? NXT has been 2 hours since they went to USA Network. So for quite a while. But Lexis got the contract. He just walked up to Dragon Lee and challenged him. He got the contract that way. This movie that they're showing the trailer for right now, I'm actually kind of excited to see. First of all, I love Sam Rockwell, especially when he can play, like, when he gets to play like an action hero, but it's kind of a scrubby action hero. And then you've got Henry Cavill and John Cena, and oh god, her name just escaped me. She's from she was in the last 2 Mission Impossible movies as the White Queen, and also she was in Hobbs and Shaw. She's Jason Statham's character's sister. Damn, I can't remember her name. I love her though. I think she's great. So, and I think Bryce Dallas Howard is very good as well. Yeah, so the same guy who did the Kingsman. Vaughn. No. He also did X-Men First Class. Oh god. The director, he's a really good director. Matthew Vaughn. I was right. It was Vaughn. Yeah, Matthew Vaughn. I like him a lot.
Either way, it's their own personal relationship. We really shouldn't care about it, unless it comes to affecting their wrestling and stuff like that. So, like, I'm always been an advocate of not having relationships on camera. I mean, all the way back to like Edge, Lita, Hardy situation, the Seth Becky thing, Miz and Maurice have made a thing out of it, but I'm still not a fan of it. I don't think Trick and Mello going to win the Dusty Cup. They might win the first round match, but I don't think they go much further than that.
Yeah, I honestly don't want to see them even win the first round because it's against an established tag team that needs this push way more than they do.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that it falls apart immediately. I mean, there's always a possibility, Gloria, of that happening. Kind of like what Roderick Strong did to Pete Dunne, where he ended up joining the Undisputed Era.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, Austin, I'm gonna tell you why I hate that thought.
Okay, the game is gone.
And you can take wrestling out of it, and that's any career where people say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't date and you should focus on your career instead." No.
Rich Holland.
You should love somebody. You should find a relationship. Now, make sure it's a non-toxic relationship. Make sure it is a healthy relationship. But your career should never dictate your life, nor should your relationship dictate your life. You should have a balance between career and social life and a significant other. That should be something you can handle. If you can't handle that, then either you're toxic or the relationship is toxic. But there's no reason why you should have to forego a relationship because you're a pro wrestler, or you're an accountant, or you're a lawyer. Like, you should be able to do both.
I don't know how long you'll survive.
Because if you can't do both, one of them is too toxic to be in. Be it the career or the relationship.
I'll be seeing you.
Like, I don't mind
Vengeance
wrestlers dating other wrestlers, you know, because then you've got two people who can actually talk about what's going on. They understand the road travel. They understand all this stuff, so they have someone that actually can fight in and stuff like that.
But you're also, this is the person you're around. That's why it's a,
Right.
oh, never date coworkers. These are the people you're around. You're around them more than your spouse usually. Like, if you're married to somebody who's not in the business, if you're married to somebody who's not in your career,
For the first time
you will spend more time with your coworkers than you will with your spouse.
Royal Rumble with proceeds benefiting Connor's Cure on
So
behalf of
it
the
makes
Foundation.
sense that
This
people
bundle
find love
includes
in the
ringside
locker room
seats,
area,
a
especially on a
meet and
show
greet
like
with
NXT,
superstar food,
where you're in the
beverages,
same
and
building
more.
week in,
Visit
week out, and you also train in that same
scan the
building.
QR code for more information
But
and
like
bid today.
Becky and Seth, they get to travel the road together. Randy and Cody met in the business. You know, there's so many to have, and AJ and CM Punk. Granted, CM Punk kind of ran the gambit of the women's locker room there for a while. Because again, toxic people. But like, there's no reation why you shouldn't be able to date somebody just because you're a pro wrestler. And I can understand dating another fellow wrestler because you already have things in common. You have icebreakers immediately.
And now she's back.
We take a look at Gigi Dolan, an accomplished superstar here in NXT as well, and she's not going to be pushed around by anyone.
You know, another great thing you should guys should watch, and it just came out, I think, either today or last night. Gordon Ramsay was on Mythical Kitchen's last meal.
Came out today.
Yeah, so on Mythical Kitchen's last meal, they finally got Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay actually talks about this very subject during that interview, and it's very well done. I have a ton of respect for Gordon Ramsay. When he first came onto the scene with Hell's Kitchen, I hated that. I thought that was such bullshit. You don't treat people that way, even in the kitchen. Over time, I have come to love and respect Gordon Ramsay.
Jade able to turn things around. There's no denying.
And
Cora Jade's current
see
momentum
what he does for those failing restaurants he doesn't fix. Watch him on MasterChef Junior. He's so good.
Several weeks ago.
And watch his videos. Yes, he trounces on people who cook bad. I would love for him to trounce one of my videos, because I will take that and I will learn from it and I will be better. I think Hell's Kitchen was overly toxic, but I mean, he talks about also the difference between his deadbeat dad, who raised him and treated him like shit, versus the chef who treated him how he treats people, but he learned from it. Like, there was a difference. In, like, when it comes, it seems aggressive when that aggression comes from a place of knowledge and passion and love, versus just aggression for aggression's sake.
Big takedown by Jade. Well, I'll bring it to you. You talk about the me. Then what gives Jade the right?
Rod, I agree with you. Cora Jade does look main roster ready.
She runs the NXT women's locker.
Think about it. Cora Jade left for a minute. She comes back. Somebody has taken her locker room. Like,
yeah, Gloria.
Somebody has taken her locker room. How disrespectful.
Cora Jade is up. Yes, I think Cora Jade is ready for the main roster. I think the only thing that's held her back is her injuries. I think she'll get a decent. She probably get like a championship run in NXT before she gets the main roster.
And the goal for Dolan tonight.
And you know what? There's also that aspect of it. Maybe Braun Breaker and Cora Jade decided to part ways when they found out that Braun Breaker is probably going to be moving up to the main roster probably this year, and she's still got a ways to go.
Look at Cora Jade. Don't look like she's missed a step. Look at this.
That's the other thing. Is sometimes breakups can be healthy. Breakups can be healthy. So who knows? Raquel is dealing with an illness.
Eczema.
It's a severe form of eczema. It's like, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
MCS. I just forgot what the M. I know that cell is the C. I forgot what the M stood for.
She says what she means. That's
like,
one thing I will agree with you on.
I can't remember. But yeah, so Raquel is dealing with a severe case of a severe strain of eczema, or not strain, version of eczema. That but she's in recovery right now. Like, she's doing well. She just posted a video recently.
Yeah, I watched that video where she talks about it. Yeah, talking about it. So like that. Apparently, this.
She's still red all over, but like.
So apparently, this form of eczema can actually like crack the skin for bleeding and stuff like that, and
it can lead to ulcers that can kill you. It can be fatal. It is something she has to keep in check. And that's why she's taking the time off to get everything taken care of.
Drop kick by Dolan, who is fired up. She's
but there are medications to help keep it in check, so she will be okay.
So, we were talking about how Cora is ready for the main roster. Gigi, I hate to say this, but Gigi seems to be one of those group chicks. Like, she'll do better in a group than she will all by herself.
Continuing her
Tampon Jerry says Hell's Kitchen toxicity was the gimmick. Yeah, and it also came at a time when we weren't really talking about mental health as much. And that show debuted, and I think, like, even now you look at it, like, he wouldn't go back to doing Hell's Kitchen the way it was. But toxic behavior, I don't think is a meme. I think it's a real thing, and I think it's something that needs to be discussed. Because toxic behavior is terrible, and I think that now that we have so much more exposure to mental health being a real thing, not something that people say just smile and get over it. We know that it's a real thing. And we realize that toxicity for toxicity's sake is not good. And
wow, it's 2 hours. We've got 38 minutes left.
It goes to 10:08. But I'm it's something he said he wouldn't go back to. It wasn't in the interview I told you guys to go watch. It was a different interview. He talked about it. But he's like, yeah, he wouldn't go back to doing Hell's Kitchen that way, just because it's over the top toxicity that's unnecessary. And like Kitchen Nightmares, he does yell at people and whatnot, and I think it's usually valid because it's usually in defense. He's never like one, like, yes, he's an aggressive person, but he's never one to just like go and attack somebody. But when he finds out that you have expired food you're cooking, you're stealing your waitstaff's tips, or you're not paying them all together, he has every right to blow up because he cares about the people in the industry. And when you treat your chefs and your waitstaff and your people like shit, yeah, he has every right to get mad about that.
So, whilst my problem with this product right here, this pizza thing and stuff like that, is it's only for pizza. There's nothing else you can do with it. It's just pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I think it shows like quesadillas or something, but like
that's technically
I have noticed it's also tiny. It's freaking tiny.
11 inches. That's it.
Yeah, like that's not even a pizza for me. Like I'd have to make 2 of them. Just get yourself either a pizza stone if your oven will cook very even and nice, or yeah, well, it's because at the end of the day, even when you're ramping up the toxicity, Jerry, he's not a bad person. And let me tell you something. Hell's Kitchen was an exaggeration of normal kitchen behavior. Take it from a chef. Take it from somebody who was not only a chef in kitchens like Chili's, Bob Evans, Applebee's, or not Applebee's, TGI Fridays. I was a waiter at Applebee's. And Ruby Tuesdays. I was a chef in the Army, where toxicity is number one. Like, that is just how they treat soldiers. You are beneath a sergeant. You are treated like you are beneath them as a person. Toxicity runs very rampant in the Army. So I have been in plenty of kitchens. So I understand the toxicity. Hell's Kitchen was just ramped up to 11. Now, Gordon never called you by a slur because he's not an actual hateful person. So even in ramping it up, he was never going to cross a line that wasn't who he was. So he wasn't going to he called people idiot sandwiches. He didn't call them slurs because he's not the type of person to use slurs. It's just not who he is. Kitchens are brutal, but the culture in kitchens are changing. I believe there's another chef. I believe her name is Maria Smith or Martha Smith. Maria Smith. It's mentioned in that interview. Josh brings her up. She has an amazing way of handling her kitchen, and she is somebody that people should watch.
France on May 4th. Combo tickets go on sale.
Rocky, I'll tell Cora Jade to hit you up after I talk to her because I have her number. PBS people get upset. Oh no, people, yeah, it's a heated world. The kitchen is a heated world. It's high pressure, high intensity, in micro spurts, high intensity. So it is definitely, people are very high strung. Unfortunately, that's why substance abuse runs rampant in kitchens. That's why suicide runs rampant in kitchens. That's why depression and anxiety run rampant in kitchens.
Y'all are better
because
than
it is such a high pressure environment. It's not built for
I
everyone.
know I'm right. So first things first.
I have watched
Who's got Riz?
And I actually prefer Master Chef Junior because those kids.
That's what I thought.
Most of those kids can outcook me
where you can't apply
by
it.
far.
And I'm saying.
And I don't want to brag, but I won silver medal in the world's largest culinary competition. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. But those kids could probably cook circles around.
Oh, I like that new diamond.
See, Gordon Ramsay would win that, Rocky. You asked who would win in a yelling match, Gordon Ramsay or the dance teacher from Dance Mom. Gordon would win because he's intelligent and he's coming from a place where he knows what he's talking about. The lady on Dance Moms is just a demon of a woman.
Well, this is the second opening round matchup of the night for the Dusty Cup.
Here he comes to France. Let's go. Yeah.
Advance.
Who's eliminated? The boys in check on this fight. Yeah. I like that they're building factions, but they're not factions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a unique way of doing things. I like it. No! 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 Axiom and that stupid entrance.
Oh, man, I'm hide again.
I still think Gordon Ramsay wins that one, Rocky, against John Taffer. John Taffer knows his stuff, too. Can't punch everything for the follow. Get yourself a dancing penguin. It's the world's largest culinary competition. It's the Army Federation's culinary competition. And it's literally consists of chefs and soldiers from literally every post around the world, as well as competitive chefs from outside, like civilian chefs that work in the. Robert Irvine has been one of the chefs for one of the chef judges for many years on that. I love Robert. He's married to Gail Kim, by the way, so there's a nice wrestling tie-in.
Because right now you're taking a look at two teams.
But yeah, John Taffer knows his stuff around a bar, but I feel like, God damn, Hank.
I want to like Hank and Tank. I really do.
Wow,
like
Tank.
These guys are probably the greatest.
Simon Cowell's Gordon Ramsay. Again, I think Gordon Ramsay wins that because I think Simon Cowell is just a horrible person. Gordon would make Evan Lee Miller try. Yes, absolutely. And Simon Cowell is just a bad man. He has exploited so many minors in the industry. Do I like Bobby Flay? Not really. I think he's a decent chef, but he's not a good person. Yeah, John Taffer is kind of a crazy person. I agree, Jared. But like, he knows his stuff about bars. I will give John Taffer that credit. But Gordon Ramsay is just a highly intelligent person.
I can only imagine a young Harlem.
And I just think that he would destroy John Taffer. Or John Taffer.
A tournament like this, but
Rafferty?
a historic tournament like this in the memory of one would be a highlight reel.
Nice insecurity from
Trust me on that.
Pass is a pass for both these teams because both of these.
But I want to see Frazier versus Ricochet.
Doesn't necessarily know if that strategy has worked out for everyone.
I actually would love Axiom versus Ricochet. Just don't have an intro.
And a kick out. Both these teams know each other.
If Axiom gets called up, I want them to like change the intro.
We're not going to have that so much in this
They still use it when he went up to face Dragon Lee on SmackDown.
You talk to Hank and Tank, they
you like Wolfgang Puck. I do like Puck as a chef. I don't know much about the man. I've heard a lot of good things, but I've also heard some bad things, but I don't know much about the man. I do like him as a chef, and actually I got to eat at Wolfgang Puck's restaurant in Seattle. Very good. Now, another reason I respect Gordon Ramsay so much is because unlike Wolfgang Puck, Emeril Lagasse, and all these other chefs who open up restaurants, show up for opening week, and then never step foot in there again, Gordon Ramsay constantly goes back to his restaurants and works the kitchen. There's another reason I respect the man, and he says that a lot in his interviews.
Hooks both legs, and Axiom able to kick out.
Like I got a chance to eat at the Wolfgang Buck place at Disney Springs over there. Good food.
Oh, I
Great
did
food.
that one too. I think it's that one too. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
But that one feels more like a chain than the one that in Seattle.
Yeah.
That one feels more like a chain, like Disney just bought the name rights kind of thing. Kind of like what, I mean, Orlando did the same thing with Emerald's, which is why it's no longer, they've actually shut it down. It's now a new restaurant. It's no longer Emerald's. But Emerald was there the opening week.
Can't hit what you can't catch. And look at Frazier.
But
He'll never slow down.
Speed of this match.
Frazier, quick to the top.
Look, Hanky Tank need to slow this match down. They really do.
Yes,
But
Gordon did have a baby recently. Like
in the right spot,
7?
right time again.
Something like that. But I was talking to the wait staff at yeah. I was talking to the wait staff at the Wolfgang's at Disney Springs, and they said, yeah, he comes here about once every 3 years, so like that, and we make a huge deal about it, you know.
To possibly punch their ticket to the finals down the line at Vengeance.
Like I said, with Gordon Ramsay, he tries to visit his restaurant constantly.
Just got that shoulder up. Vengeance there next premium
yes, he
live
does.
Sunday,
He does his YouTube channel.
Tickets available.
It's all over the world. But he also, in his schedule, makes sure that he is hitting his restaurant during that time. Another thing I appreciated him, he tells a story in the Mythical Kitchen video. Where while he was working at this very high-end restaurant with a very toxic head chef, he had worked a 24-hour shift. Like it was a hotel kitchen. The dishwasher guys, who happen to be Pakistani, pulled him aside and said, hey, look, come take a break, come eat with us. And he had real Indian food for the first time with them, and it made him go to India to learn to cook it. Because unlike most, you hear most chefs, oh, I cook Indian cooking with a French flair, or with a French background. He's like, no, I cook Indian food the way it's supposed to be cooked. Because I went there to learn it from the people who actually know what they're doing. And they're vastly different styles. Anne Burrell, you know, I don't know much about her, nor have I ever tried her food, but she seems to know what she's doing. Frazier, I figured they were going to move on. I hate to see Hank and Tank lose in the first round, but favorite season of Hell's Kitchen. I forgot the number of that season, but the season where that guy got up in Gordon's face and was kicked out, the guy who tried to fight him.
Yeah.
And the high flying pays off for Axiom and Frazier here tonight.
So we've got Braun and Baron versus Axiom and Nathan. Ooh.
I think Baron and Braun go to the finals. They don't win the whole
tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
On the prestigious Dusty Cup. Congratulations, Axiom and Frazier.
Got this, Tiffany. You got this, Tiffany. Come on. I will never talk about this ever again. I'm gonna erase every smell from this day. Every memory. Every disgusting moment. I'm gonna erase it from my memory.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't know if she realizes she's gonna have to move that. I know, but that's what she gets for stepping to you. Yes, it is.
Look how dirty she is.
I know. And there's a lot in there, too.
I know. She ain't doing too bad.
I mean, she did last longer than I thought she was gonna. It's true. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad addition.
I can add her on. You're Tiffany.
Danny, what's going on?
You can do this.
What's going on, Danny?
I'm gonna erase the state from my memory.
Robert Irvine.
I am Tiffany.
No, he's not from Irvine. He's from England. Robert Irvine is another dude. He's a former military man. I think that's one of the reasons I relate to him. But also, he was one of those guys who was rough and aggressive, but at the end of the day, he's a big teddy bear.
Well, Tiffany, it looks like
I love Robert Irvine to death. Love that dude. He's also, he could
do
be a
some real
wrestler.
work
That dude
for
is
once.
massively jacked.
This was not real work, Fallon.
But he is such a good
This was
cook.
hell.
Love that dude.
It was the worst day of my life. Because for one day, I got to feel
Side
what it
note,
was like
don't ever watch
to be you.
clothes that gets too political.
Smell
Award
like
shows
your
in general have gotten that way, and I
disgusting
understand.
horses and live your repulsive life.
I
actually
understand
pity you because you actually
where
enjoy
celebrities
this
come
crap.
from and feeling
Literally.
it's a moment to make a statement,
Something
and they're
is
on a platform where they
seriously wrong
should
with you if
like
you
get
think
that
this
side
is
of it. But
any
at the
way to
same
live.
time, we're trying to be entertained. The other reason I won't watch the Golden Globes is because, like,
you asked of me against every fiber in my body.
Joe Coy bombed immensely as host.
I'm leaving.
I mean, just the absolute worst host of all time in the Golden Globes.
I was gonna say you missed a spot.
You're absolutely right, Rhodes.
But you're free to go.
See, instead of it, like I told you, there was 2 routes this could go. It could either make her a better person or an even bigger heel. I think it's gonna make her an even bigger heel, and I am okay with it.
I am too.
Stop watching after the whole Ricky Gervais thing. I actually appreciate Ricky Gervais going after people in the industry, but Jim Gaffigan was the one saving grace of the Golden Globes this year. He did the same thing. He went after the elite of Hollywood, but he also did it very quickly, very concisely, and got to the point and got it done. Ricky Gervais had a tendency to go on too long.
I like the black and yellow mask Dragons got.
Yeah. No jacket today, though.
No.
Interesting. Yeah, I think award shows in general. I think this Golden Globes should have been the final nail in the coffin. We don't need award shows. I think you can announce, like, I still say give out the Oscars. They don't really mean anywhere near as much as they used to 20 years ago. Give them out online. Just announce the people who won them. Like, it's not necessary. Because you get bad hosts. You get, political ideologies that you may not want to hear because you're trying to watch something for entertainment purposes. You get disappointed when the people you wanted to win don't win, and again, it's all because it's political and not based on truly the merit of what was done. Although I think that a lot of the winners this year did I think a lot of the winners this year did deserve it. I think the people who won deserved it. But then you've also got people like making a huge deal out of Taylor Swift not laughing at Joe Coy's joke. And her being pissed. Like, she wasn't pissed, she just wasn't laughing because it wasn't fucking funny. It was a terrible joke. Then you got people like, oh, look, Jennifer Lawrence mouthed to the camera that if she didn't win, she was going home. She was joking, but people are taking it and blowing it out of proportion. Eliminate award shows. Stop with the BS. Just award them online. Call it a day. That's all. Yeah, I'm also pretty sure that the Chris Rock slap was staged. I think that was all a bit. I mean, I think he slapped him, but I think that was all part of a bit. I mean, it cost Will Smith 10 years at the Oscars, but who cares? Like, really. Dragon Lee promo on his t-shirt, maybe. Yeah, that might be what he was doing, because he's got a new shirt out, but I gotta say, tonight's episode has been pretty mid. Not bad, but not great. You know what I love about this? You're right, Rhodes. It's not been the high caliber that we were getting all last year. It's still a great episode.
Oh, yeah.
If this was Raw or SmackDown, we would be like, man, what a great episode of Raw or SmackDown. NXT has set the bar so high that we look at this episode that's had great matches, good segments, and been fun, and we're like, this is kind of mid for us. That's a great thing. NXT has set the bar so high that this episode that would be a 10 out of 10 anywhere else, we're just like, it's all right.
Like, if this episode would have aired if this episode would have aired 2 years ago,
people would have said it was the greatest NXT episode of the
ever.
Year.
Yeah.
I don't know if ever, because NXT Black and Gold was the shit. It was such great shit that came out. But if this came out at like the beginning of the NXT 2.0 era, we had this episode, we'd been like, man, that was the best episode of 2.0 ever. And now we're just like, it's all right. Like I'm saying, they've set the bar so high. It doesn't.
It's a high 3 out of.
We're also kind of like, we're talking about different subjects, so we're not like fully focused on it. But it is an exceptional episode. It is very good. And I have missed some Raw and NXT. I can watch it on Hulu. Yeah, now it's on Hulu. I don't have Hulu, but it is good that you can do that. We're getting Bayley versus Bianca, by the way, on SmackDown this week. That's going to be exciting. That's always a good match. Again, like I mentioned before, Bayley's never had a bad match.
Man, next week can't come fast enough. Our role on this Dusty Classic is just getting started. We're going to get our names on that cup. And you know, last year we had a lot of starts and stops, but this year we're starting, and I know we ain't stopping. But you know what's crazy? Everybody seems to just keep on talking about our opponents, Chick and Mello. And that's cool. That's real cool. They've been the talk of NXT this past year.
So Jerry's asking if you're ever going to get back to the ring.
Come on, man, give me some.
I would love to.
Already knows that they're not even on the same page. But you and me,
no. Unfortunately, my health will not allow it.
Yeah, we've been friends just as
Got
long
too
as
many
Chick
things.
and Mello.
Now,
So
on the
get
plus
this,
side,
check this out. I know
especially on the
exactly
Florida
what we need
independent
to
scene,
turn our careers
they don't
around.
care about
And
medical
this-
clearance at all.
This is it.
So I can walk up to any promoter and
Who's ready to change their lives?
Okay, Brandy Reese, Britain active.
Oh yeah, you guys
And-
want
and
to,
get-
but will you? Will you?
get in
Your
a ring
face
if
is
I
gonna
wanted
be
to.
no
No, my
vibes,
health
but
wouldn't
I
allow
think
it.
You want it.
Also,
let's get
I
started
would
with some stretches.
potentially
We're
be a
gonna bring that
danger
energy.
to my
We're gonna start
opponent.
with some right.
I don't have
arm
the
right across. Let's
grip
go.
strength in my hands anymore
Come on,
because
you
of my
got it too?
injuries from the
Yeah.
army.
Because guys, when you stay active and burn active, you guys are gonna have six packs.
I literally have
just
11
like that.
pounds of 11 psi in my left hand of pressure and only 5 in my right hand. And so holding people and trying to do stuff,
But if
I
you
could
guys need a
potentially drop
program,
somebody and hurt
I'm your
them.
girl. Hit me up.
So
okay?
I unfortunately can't.
Late enough, they're going to have their chance next week.
I would consider maybe doing a battle royal here and there.
I think if you're too good for the manager position.
I can still chop the shit out of somebody.
We find out
Say that.
next week live on NXT. And the women's division will fill the
Oh,
ring
Angela, thank you. Now, Jason never served, but you know, we come from a military family.
It is something I regret every now and then.
I've also talked a lot of people out of serving because it is a very insane life to live, and unless that is truly your life, it ain't for you. That being said, though, my greatest friend, my best friend Denise, you know, happens to be my ex-wife, but we're still best of friends. She's actually going to go to basic here very soon. This is going to be an officer. Now, if you have a college degree, she actually has a master's. So she's going to be going in as an O2, so a second lieutenant. That I would recommend. If you can go the officer route, do it. Her starting pay is $75 grand, and she'll get to live on base in a really nice house.
When this man debuted, you can't take that away from him, Vic. No way you can.
Your dad was in World War II. Ow.
Moments away from being called North American champion.
Ow.
The following contest
It's funny how the
is for the NXT North.
So the Army's age limit is now 45 with a waiver. It's 45, but with a waiver. Air Force is 42.
And his opponent.
And also, if you're going to pick any branch, I would recommend the Air Force over the Army or Marines or Navy. It's just an easier lifestyle because they treat things differently there because they make their own money. The Air Force is not under government spending. They have so many patents in the Air Force, they make their own money. So when government shutdowns happen and soldiers don't get paid, Air Force still gets paid. Their housing's better, their equipment's better. The Air Force is just a better branch. Shit, when I was in the Marines, it was 28 with the waiver. Yeah, I went in at,
so to speak here,
right before my 28th birthday is when I enlisted. I was a soldier for 4 years until I got injured, and I got medically retired. I had planned on going career. My recruiter also lied to me. My recruiter, by the way, is now in jail in Fort Leavenworth for life. Because she falsified documents on over 200 soldiers, including my own. He made up jobs.
even blink.
She made up references and relatives and shit. Like, my stuff was, I had everything. It was all there. I had my college credits, because I went in as an E3, because I had 60 college credits. My job history was there. She just made this shit up. She did it for over 200 people, so now she's in jail for life at Fort Leavenworth.
Carlito.
What a surprise. What a surprise. You know what?
Yeah, I went in at 27. I was 28 after AIT. Had my birthday right after I graduated AIT. So I was 28 by the time I hit my duty station in Fort Base Lewis McCord. Joint Base Lewis McCord, sorry. And being a chef was rough, but
that's Dragon Lee. He said he was going to be a fighting champion. And he's
Grandma was a military chef.
That,
yeah, that's what I was. I was a chef in the military. It's a rough life. My recruiter lied to me too. My mom did 4 years in the Army. I was told that, you're just there 9 to 5 to supervise the civilians cooking. You're off every weekend. It's fine. Nope. At one point, they had an officer training thing called Victory Forge. They decided to do it at JBLM. Because I was an award-winning chef, and a couple other people in my crew were award-winning chefs, they decided that our dining facility was the one they wanted to eat at. So, for 18 months straight, 7 days a week, 14-hour days, I didn't have a single day off. And you guys wonder why I have insomnia and other major health issues.
We'll talk about looking great. That is Dragon Lee.
But like I said, I got to compete in the world's largest culinary competition. I did a lot of. They had Thanksgiving competitions. They were like decorative competitions. I learned how to become an ice sculptor, and I became really good at ice sculpting. I already had done like cake boss style 3-dimensional cakes and watermelon and pumpkin carving. I'd already done that stuff. I did sugar sculptures. I got to do a lot of food art. It was really fun.
Barrow's got an issue. Wait a minute. Lee up and over.
But yeah, my brother and I, we come from a long line. Like, one of my uncles was a chef in the Army. Another one of my uncles was a Navy turned Army officer. My other uncle was in the Marines. Father was in the Marines. My grandfather was in the Marines.
Wasn't Grandpa a cook too? Okay.
It almost did, Ricardo. And I think getting the diversity of being able to do my food art as well really helped with that. And I took a lot of time off from cooking, Ricardo. I've been out since 2014. And, my ex and I, we were still married until 2017, or the end of 2017, going into 2018. She did most of the cooking because I couldn't be in a kitchen. Like, it was bad for me for a while, but I've since gotten over it, and now I'm back into doing it. But also, I'm not cooking for anybody else but the camera and my parents who live with me. So I'm just cooking for 3 people. And it's very easy to do, and I can follow the recipe, and I'm not under any kind of rush or any kind of stress. The only stress is actually trying to shoot it myself and do the product. It did for a while. I didn't cook for many years. I wanted nothing to do with it. But I found that passion back. I do love cooking.
Like, I can tell you this right now, folks. When we win the lottery and actually build our own studio, stuff like that, we will be hiring people to come work with us and do different things like editing, camera work.
Cameramen, editors. Because if I could just focus on the content, and again, we have our foolproof plan of winning the lottery.
Yeah.
And when we do that, we're going to move to New York. Got a really nice place. We actually found there's a building on 93 Worth Street. It has 7 apartments in it. 3 of them are the penthouses. One would become the studio mainly. It would be our living area on the 1 floor. It's like a 2-floor thing. Great kitchen. What program are you using for your video editing? Right now I'm using DaVinci. I would use Adobe, but it's just too expensive. And DaVinci's free, and their base model, even though it doesn't have all the things unlocked because it's the free version, it's still pretty expansive of an editing software. So I use DaVinci. You know what else I use a lot of though? CapCut. CapCut desktop is pretty damn good. But I use DaVinci mostly.
Who could be closing in on his first reign as champion here in NXT.
No, I'm not on Linux. I've never actually used a Linux computer in my life. Although after Jurassic Park came out in '93, that's all I ever wanted.
Why are you talking about old stuff? Why are you talking about?
That's why he was out here.
No, I'm on Windows. I mean, I also have a Mac that I have in my room. I do some editing there. And actually, CapCut on Mac is actually better than CapCut on, that was disrespectful, King. CapCut on Mac is actually better than CapCut on Windows.
To certain degrees, and he's not loving what Dragon Lee's doing now.
Yeah, but it was also in Jurassic Park, and that's the only reason I knew I wanted it, because it was in Jurassic Park.
Can you imagine Lexus King?
Whoa!
I know. I was thinking about getting Final Cut for Mac, but I don't think my AirBook Pro can handle it, to be honest. And I don't want to pay for it.
Merchandise sales going up. I can see lights, camera action.
Until these channels start making me money to where I can either pay editors or pay for software, I'm going to get this shit.
Dragon Lee, what a kick that connected with a little turnbuckle assistance. Up and over, back into the turnbuckle. Goes the challenger. Champions rocking. Champions rolling. Lexus King.
Wow, double kick there. Wow, triple.
Add a couple more, book. Bam! Right to the
Something's wrong with Dragon.
The snap.
That was right there. That was the precision timing by this young man, Dragon Lee. He's looking great, Vic.
It's, if you watch some of the moves when watching match back, some of the moves just seem like he's off.
Successful defense and a near
it may just be a chemistry thing. But it's his first time working with Lexus.
King, but take a look at Dragon Lee.
Could be.
Moxie looks good.
First one, then following it right back up with another.
Yeah, but what about the resilience of Lexus King? That big kick out after all of those combinations, Vic. Man up, man up. Oh,
Damn.
yeah. Who's going to blink, Vic? Who's gonna
Oh, God.
King just got
Got him in
King.
the mouth.
Oh, got caught. Turn around. Lee back on his feet. Taken down by King. Lexus King trying to turn over into that single crab.
NXT finishes in 6 minutes.
Up under the jaw. Perfect. Super kick. Big knee under the jaw of King. King's rocked. Coming right back in. Up and over. Big clothesline. Buckling the knees of the champion. The challenger now. Oh, boom. Could this be it? Do we have a new champion?
Fisherman's Falcon Arrow is pretty interesting.
Wow, that's
yeah.
What a sequence.
Really, it's a Fisherman's Michinoku driver.
Yes. He's holding up, but that shot that he landed to the back
Are you wearing the cow pants?
Dragon Lee, that could be the turning point, Vic.
I could not fit my fat ass in those cow pants if I wanted to. They are a 28-inch waist. Even when I was in my absolute best shape, either wrestling or when I got out of basic training at 155, I couldn't fit in a 28-inch waist.
Dragon Lee connects. Into the cover, into the count. Wow.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it, Jerry, that you're somebody who knows me.
Yeah.
That is an old reference. That's a hell of a reference.
Especially not bringing up any like prompts or anything.
For our North American champion. Back in some of the action. This was the closing moment.
You know what? He might have been a little bit off from the.
Big victory. Whoa, 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 whoa. Booker.
Is Obafemi cashing in right now?
Obafemi with an official. Right now. Yes, right now.
Oh my God! 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 Oh my God!
Obafemi is executing his breakout tournament contract for the NXT.
Do it.
He has 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes.
On the title on this main event.
Wow, this is big, Vic.
And look at Dragon Lee. There's no way.
Bell rang.
There's no way Dragon Lee was ready for this sort of challenge. There's the bell. It's official. Title's on the line.
Wow.
The breakout tournament winner has executed his contract, his right. At any moment, he picked his spot here tonight. But Lee's already been through one battle, Booker. His mind's got to be moving a mile a minute. And he's in there with a monster of a man.
Better hope that adrenaline.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
This is Dragon Lee's second title match of the night. NXT Universe on their feet.
Baby's looking for the coup d'etat, Vic.
Oh, but Femi got caught. And they're still fighting Dragon Lee. I don't know where Lee's getting it from.
Oh my God.
Lee's on his feet.
Excited.
Looking for a little
Come
assistance.
on.
Tornado DDT connects. Champion now.
Come on, Oba.
Desperately
Come on,
crawling
Oba.
into the cover.
I love Dragon, but come on, Oba.
Look,
I love
they get
Dragon.
the
But
butt
I think they want to move him back up to the main roster.
Yeah.
This is how you do it. You get the belt off of him.
Somehow, some way, but look. Dragon Lee looking for one more time. Goes up, gets overpowered. Femi looking to plant the champion. Femi's into the cover. Over Femi has shocked us all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give this man a year run. Give this man a year run as champion. That Wesley come back and win it off of him.
From breakout star to champion.
Hell yes.
Just look at the power of Oba
This worked a
was
lot.
after Dragon Lee had already successfully defended his title against
amazing.
Lexus King. This was Dragon Lee's best opportunity.
And they kind of hinted at it when Lexus interrupted the Obi interview. At the end of it, Obi just kind of looked at it as his contract.
Lee was looking to go up, go around, but instead found himself going up and then getting
Dragon Lee's technically already signed to SmackDown.
Yeah, he
winning
was
the
a
North
SmackDown
American
star.
title in place of Wes Lee was what brought him back to NXT. But he was already on
He
that.
executes his contract to win some gold. And a fortune
Man
teller in
alive.
Nigeria told him he would dominate. He would dominate
Hell
an
yes.
industry in the future.
That worked. That worked so well.
The future is now for Oba.
I'm all for it. All for it.
The only thing I want to see from Obi for me now is just give me a little bit more mic time. Let me see what he's got,
Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, that makes me so happy. What a great way to end that episode.
Hell yeah.
That was amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do us for tonight. That is one hell of a way to end NXT tonight. Oh, hell yeah. And of course, everybody, you're most welcome for the stream. We greatly appreciate everybody who's been in chat. Thank you guys so much, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, wherever. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all the jazz. You know what to do on social media. Guys, I've been Super Beard. You've been super awesome. And we will see you guys Friday night.